All right, let's watch some volleyball. It is in some Italian league. It is Senapar Padova versus Monza, and the open presets doesn't work right now, but I'll run through it real quick. Over there for Padova, we got Gardini, we got the Croatian Tudorovic running the offense, and then M. Solovic right there in the back. And then Orioli, another Italian outside. I don't remember, I think a French middle. Sorry, not French middle, French libero right here. And then for Monza, we have Rohrs. We have this dude who I don't remember the name of, but he's from Hungary. Italian middles. This setter is, I believe the setter is from Hungary as well. I could be wrong, but I think the setter is from Hungary as well. And then I don't remember who the outside is, number 4. But hey, let's just get into it. Let me just check some things. But yeah, I mean, over there for Padova, that guy that just took the swing right there, number 22, M. Solovic, he's going to be taking a ton of swings. He's a big dude. Not sure how everyone played in this game. But I don't know. I like what I've seen from Rohrs lately as well. Great pass. Let me see that pass real quick. Real calm. It's not a crazy serve, just calm. Finds the angle. Dimes it good enough at least. Keeps that ball in front of him. Bang. And then just swings through. Really good dig. Let's see that dig real quick. Scoop. And look at that. Like, one thing that I have struggled with defensively is like the scoops. Like you got to keep your palms up, and then the scoop itself is only elbows really. It's only just a little bit of elbows. It's not like a full arm movement like that. It's just a little scoop like that, just elbows bending a little bit. That's all it is. Watch that setter real quick. Tudorovic, bang, just a scoop, and it's in the air. And that's a big swing from Rohrs too. Like that's not just a soft swing or anything. And then M. Solovic kind of cheats inside. Really good set from Orioli. Really good ball from Orioli, and then M. Solovic just doesn't give himself momentum there. Nice triple block, gets him. Last time I watched Monza and Rohrs had a bunch of blocks, and we'll see if that happens again. M. Solovic, he's taking pretty much every single swing right now. Obviously, it's only 2-1, but off the hands. Good touch right there by that outside. I can't remember what his name is. Ball's up. Weird ball. Goes for the recycle. Good choice here. It's a weird ball. I doubt that he's going to take a clean swing here. So he just throws it there. If it misses the block, it's going deep, and this guy's probably going to have to dive. Gardini's probably going to have to dive, and at least there's no pipe anymore. Like, at least you're still putting pressure on, even if it doesn't get that kill. Good transition from the right side from Hungary right there. And then out of system, Rohrs touches. Sorry, not Rohrs. M. Solovic going OT on that one. He didn't have much of a transition there. Kind of just going off vert, going OT. He's a big dude. I think like if you're huge like that, that's a very good choice. If you're standing and the other team is standing as well, if you're taller than him, you can just go OT. Like if he's doing a standing block and you're doing kind of like a no approach swing, you can do it too. Really good swing. Keeps it sharp down the line, gets a nice kill. Let's see. Ball is left inside. And honestly, like, as far as I remember, this happened a lot last time I watched Padova play. Is this ball back to M. Solovic was just left inside like this. The block gets kind of left in the dust. He has a ton of momentum, and he just goes super sharp cross. Bang. Like, look at, he jumps from here and then lands all the way over here. Like, he covered a ton of space there. Let's see where he actually contacted the ball. Contacts the ball, finishes through there. Let's see. I mean, he's got to reach over for it, but I mean, even though the middle took, kind of stopped him so short, tried to take more angle, but still, just wasn't enough because M. Solovic is contacting it super high, and he's able to just go super sharp with it. Bang, Gardini, good choice. Oh, and this is the, I forget his name, but he's the one that played at Long Beach. He's the guy that played at Long Beach. He's that middle. I don't remember what his name is. I think it's like Demetrius or something. I don't know, something like that. Really good swing by Gardini. Leaves that ball in front of him. Just chops it over that off of his body. Bang, straight down. That'll get kills. Let's see, yeah. Let's see. Good pass. Let me see that pass real quick. And you see right here. You see how he's planted here, but then as he's making this move, he's going up a bit, and then he takes his foot off the ground here and opens himself up. He finishes there to open up the hip. Like, that's a really good pass. And in doing what he just did, in opening up the hip like he did, again, it adds an ability for your body to rotate and kind of cushion that ball so that you can, add or take away as much as you want there. Really nice swing by Rohrs. Swinging deep into that court. And even though these guys are up, this guy's up there, and he's reaching over. This guy's up with him. It's an okay block there for a pipe ball in system. And yet he still swings deep, still swings towards these deep corners, and it's gonna get a kill still. Even though the block's up, he still takes a disciplined swing and it still scores. I just saw a video, Nick Perez saying like, oh, you want to take a swing that's gonna score even if they know what you're doing, and this is exactly what that swing was. Guy from Hungary, just doing a shuffle block. And you see how he kind of twists himself there? That just gives him a little ability to jump a little higher. Just allows himself to be a little bit more athletic. Presses. And, he jumps with his arms up a bit. Like, he doesn't press early. But his timing of when he did press and finish his block was fine. So that when he got hit, it was still down. Like I said, it's a nice block. Bang. He's a big dude. I don't know how tall he is, but he's a pretty large guy. Short serve. I assume this was supposed to be a little shorter, but Gardini dimes it. They're in system. They're going to run the middle. Yeah, and I love taking the one ball, the approach kind of at an angle, because then he can pop and keep going, just go with his momentum a little bit there. Have some momentum towards the 5. This guy kind of gets left in the dust because he's thinking, okay, he's jumping from here. He's jumping from here. I'm going to have to sneak over a bit. Look how he kind of steps over a little bit and then gets left in the dust there. And obviously, this is a scenario where he has 3 routes on his right side here. He has the middle, pipe, and the outside all pushing him over here, So he's getting baited to push further, push further, push further. And that's why, again, why this is also nice, because he has a lot of tension, I guess you'd say, or pressure on his right side. And so then attacking his left side with this guy approaching on momentum honestly just opens up a scoring window in a sense. Spinner missed the serve there. Spinner, it's a nice serve. Look at that. And that's something that you guys can practice too. Like, if you're serving from right here, having that ball not have cut by just attacking it very clean, very crisp that way, maybe even getting a slight bit on the left side of that ball if you're a righty. So then that ball is just going straight. Like, look at how that ball did not cut at all, okay? Because if that ball cuts, that's going to land about here, and it's a lot easier for this guy to pass. If that ball's right here, he's chilling, okay? Well, obviously right here, if he dove that much, he'd be getting hit in the face, But if that ball does cut, then it goes to him, it's easier for him to pass. If it doesn't cut, look how close it is to Orioli there. Because they both know that this is his seam, okay? This is his seam, but since it didn't cut, it's going really close to him, so he's got to go on the full edge of that. And that's a ball where I would expect this guy to just step in, pass it, and be ready to do so. But again, it's tough. It's tough to do that. It's a quick decision, and it's not really your seam, so you're not expecting to do that. You're not expecting to go on that ball. Maybe if you know a guy serves like that very consistently, then yeah, you can expect that. But if he cuts it a lot and then he just does that sometimes, that's going to get you. That's going to mess with you. Let's see here. Good touch, honestly, by Rohrs. I don't mind this touch at all. Look at how, like, this is a great posture by him. He might be leaning a little bit, but immediately when he figures out where that ball's going, he's immediately going straight up. Like, he's not dipping to jump. Let me see if anybody does, though. Like, you see this middle here. He's loaded, but then when he realizes he's got to jump, he's got to go down, and then he's got to go up because he's got to, like, load himself more. But Rohrs is able to just jump immediately. He doesn't have to go down, and I think that just saves him a split second or maybe more. And sometimes in really important games, you need that. You need that for every single point. Big serve, missed out. Let's see, Orioli, spinner. A few missed serves here. That happens. It's men's volleyball. Gotta do what you gotta do. Good pass. Really nice pass. I want to see that lift again. Look at that. Look at that scoop. Just that shoulder scoop. Lifting that ball right on target there. That's a really nice pass. He might be over there. It looks like he might be over. He's really close to that line. Phenomenal swing no matter what, though. Super clean. He's facing that line. He could easily go line here. He rips through, then turns towards the corner. Clean hand. High, hard, deep, clean all day. Spinner tries to chop it short. Not a bad idea to keep that ball in. Ooh. Yeah, and I don't know. Realistically, moving your hands like that much, how much does that really do for you? Unless you, like, fully hook it, sometimes it's going to look really cool. But that much movement on your arms, how much does that really do for you? I don't know. I feel like it just made him easier to be tooled there, if I'm being honest. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. Good run. And this is a good example of why being vertical and at your peak on the pipe is so important. Because he could take this to the 5 as well, but he sees, okay, 2 blockers over there. 1 spot's my scoring window. Okay, he's got that option, so he has the ability to take it. That's why you want to keep your outsides at their peak and vertical when they're hitting. Like you see here, this is a good example. Right here, it looks like he's kind of scrunched like this. He might not be fully at his peak, and you see how he's kind of going like that to try and get that ball by. It's because it's a little bit to his right. Look at how far to his right that is. Like, that would be really hard for him to hook his arm around and get that to the 1. Maybe it was just a quick decision and he made the wrong decision, but I think you guys get the point of it's harder for him to get that ball to the 1 right there because he's not vertical and maxed out, you know? Let's see here. Good choice. I like this choice a lot. It looks like he kind of grabbed it to make sure that if he got jousted, it was okay. But, maybe he was just a little bit late on it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But good choice. Like, he's attacking these guys. This guy, like, usually he would be taking the responsibility of watching the setter dump, but now these guys have to. And there's 4 attacking options right in front of him there. Bang. Good cover, though. Yeah, and I mean, if he's able to get more vertical and, like, throw this down with more force, that'd be lovely. But it looks like he was kind of rushed, and he's not the biggest setter anyways, so didn't really have that available. Oof. Run the middle. Run the dang middle. Have some fun with it. Let's see. Throws him back. Let's see. Great touch. Phenomenal touch. And then, let's see. Great swing. Phenomenal swing. Go to the D. I just want to see this one more time real quick. And I mean, I don't mind the choice, I guess, because this is a little bit unsure, which makes this guy help more on the pipe. So throwing it back to the right side here is probably the right option, if I'm being honest. And I'll explain a little bit more about that real quick. So obviously he wasn't able to pass right side, so Gardini has to transition from over here all the way outside. So he's thinking, okay, I'm going to help with the middle. See, like, you literally see him saying, hey, keep pushing over. Gardini's not much of an option right now. I'm going to help. And he probably would have been up there on the pipe. So if you're going to have 2 blockers up there on the pipe or in the middle, probably you should throw it to the pin, you know. Still a good move by this number 4 right there, but it's just down the line. Good take. He had a lot of space down there. Chops it. Libero takes it. Bang. Let's see. Takes a good touch. Good touch by Orioli. And, like, I think that's a good ball where he's just accepting a soft touch there. He's not trying to get a real block. He's just getting a soft touch. And this shows why. This shows why you can accept a soft touch in this scenario and just be okay with that, because this soft touch turns into a kill for them. Soft touch, cover, setter's got to put the ball up. At least he's out of system taking a swing. Bang, you can get a kill. If a soft touch is turning into a swing opportunity for you, that's phenomenal. Okay, that's a good play in my opinion. It's all about pressure. Who's putting the pressure on who, you know? So serve, spinner, good, really nice serve. Skips it right off the tape. Kind of catches that libero a little bit high. Stuff happens. Semi and system, you're gonna get a good block in front of you. Yep. Look at that split step. This is basic middle stuff. Split step, makes a move, presses early. I want to see this move by him. Yeah, and he's just making those shuffle step, athletic shuffle step moves here. And pressing like crazy. Good for him. And he's like, even though he's shuffle stepping, like it's not like he's making a full swing block move, he still is maxing out that shuffle step. Like he's getting himself as athletic as possible during that shuffle. Floater. Let's see, good lift, good take by the middle. Sotovic getting blocked here. Rohrs again getting blocks. He's huge. He's a big guy, but he makes good moves. Like he's able to cover a lot of space here. He reads the setter well. Gets his feet to a good spot. Stops himself short. Goes very vertical. Presses into an angle, and he still is covering. Like this would be a soft touch if it goes a higher off of his hands. And since that ball is a little bit inside, he stops himself short, dives cross even more. Bang. Really nice, really nice. And he covers that seam really well by keeping that right hand pressed too. Like, look at how he keeps that right hand pressed really well. Really nice. Whatever your outside hand is, like, I guess that's kind of hard to... Maybe I should think of a different wording for that then. Hold on. Let me see if I can give you guys a good example. Let's see. Okay, this is a good example. Sure. This is fine. Whatever the outside hand is here. So in the middle, there's not really an outside hand. Both hands are, equally far from the pin. But let's say that this guy is swinging into this angle over here. Okay, that means that's your outside angle. In the terms that I'm speaking right now, that's his outside angle. Okay, that's his outside hand. This right hand would be. But since he doesn't press that right hand even more, like he doesn't keep that hand pressed, it goes underneath. Okay, so then if we go back to this block here by Rohrs, the angle is going over here. This is the angle that this guy's aiming for, Sotovic. This is the angle. So then his outside hand in this sense would be this hand. And look at how he keeps that ball pressed, or keeps that right hand pressed really well, and gets a block because of it. Okay, and then we'll go to this one, the pipe, and he's like, there's a little bit of space right here. It sneaks through. Okay, yeah, I don't know how I would word that differently, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying here. Like in this scenario, this hand would still be the outside hand. I guess like whatever the hand that is getting attacked needs to make sure that it presses really well. Okay. Bang. Let's see here. Like that's a good one. Like he presses that hand really well, because like realistically, most of the time only one hand gets hit when you're blocking. Like when you actually get a kill block, it's usually just one hand that gets hit. So whatever hand that is, it has to be pressed, So I mean, you can hedge your bets by pressing both hands really well, but on a scenario like this, if you open up that hand, that inside hand, I guess, or the hand that's getting attacked, he can go low on you. You know, like you're giving up an easier ball, giving up an easier swing by doing that. Let's see here. Semi-in system here. Pushes the tempo. I don't mind that. Maybe he can get that ball a little bit more inside, but I don't know. Like, I guess even on this middle block, you can see there's definitely space on that low, sharp angle, okay? You know, like, you could probably sneak underneath him right there. And, I mean, honestly, where this ball goes, it does look like that's where it went, you know, but he just didn't go far enough down. He just went too deep, missed out of bounds. Good hands by Amsolovich. Gosh, those are huge arms and hands, holy crap. Yeah, but like, since he didn't press this hand, the hand that got attacked, it's going out of bounds. He's getting tooled. I don't know. I mean, just press both your hands. Like, just hedge your bets and press really, really hard with everything. Let's see, a little recycle action. Don't mind it by Gardini. Hey, giving it back to the big guy, going for some kills, getting another recycle. Gardini going for it. Nice chop down the line. I love this decision by Gardini. Like, just sharp down the angle with some power. Good timing, bang. Really nice swing. Like, and the thing that I like about this swing so much is that he keeps it super sharp down that line. Like, that's within the last 2 feet of this court, you know? So it's a really nice swing. And honestly, it's super deep too. Super deep. Like, it obviously hits this guy in the chest, so that means that this is probably going within at least the last 4 feet of the court anyway. So deep corner, super sharp, really nice swing. Oh my gosh, what the heck? What was the decision there by my friend from Long Beach? What was the decision? But then, like, obviously, aiming for the last few feet of the court comes with a little bit of risk, but if you're good at it, it's really nice. If you practice it, if you're good, like, you're gonna be all right, and that's gonna help you a lot. Like, it's gonna get you kills. And again, even here, when he's taking a lot of the line, it still gets a tool because he's swinging super sharp down that line. Like, he's not considering anywhere from here over the line. He's considering this the line. You know what I mean? Like that lane right there. That's picky. That's disciplined. You know, like, that's all those things. Let's see. Perfect pass. It's almost perfect pass. In system for sure. And now this is one of those scenarios where I really like setting that Bick, because you see Rohrs leaving early, and maybe that's because of his body language here. Like, he starts to show it by leaning back like that a little early. But yeah, really nice dig, really nice job by him, filling that seam, and it's nice too because as you see that pass get moved forward, he moves with the pass a little bit to stay fronted or closer to the middle, I guess, which means that this seam is probably gonna be more open. So great read by that 6th spot, understanding the game, understanding what's gonna happen, because if he would have set this outside here, he's more likely to close that block. So he wouldn't try and fill the seam because the seam wouldn't be there. But here, the seam is there because he had to block on that reverse flow. You know what I mean? Y'all get me. Y'all get it. Ooh, hello, Amsolovich. You're getting beat up by that score thing. Spinner, Orioli, good pass. Oh. A little bit of a misconnection, it looks like. Ay. Poor kid. Not getting much action. Oof. And then that's the thing he gets, you know. Let's see. Hopefully he stays in. I want to see him get another opportunity. I want to see him get set, you know. Let's see. Rohrs, phenomenal swing. Phenom. Oh, wow. I think he missed it out, though. Wow. Don't mind him going for that, though. Like, he's obviously got the space and the ability to go for it. So, good for him. Wow. Let's see. On. Perfect. Perfect pass. Runs the middle. Gets field goal. Quick swing. I don't mind it. Let's see. And as a defender, like, if someone gets field goal, and unless you know that they're going like wide, like unless you know that the dude's gonna get field goal because he's blocking like this, then if they score on you on that, like you just gotta kind of accept it and just say, all right, fine. A little bit of a spatch here. And I mean, I don't know where the misconnection is here. It might have just been bad hand contact by him, or just a slight miss, whatever. But that's a nice run. That's a nice run by the setter. Maybe he could have missed it in front of him a little bit more. Because again, like even if you're on the pipe and that ball's too far in front of you, you can at least make a decision to tip or something like that and still have control on where you tip. But if that ball's behind you, you're just kind of making sure you keep it in. You're just not in control back here. Spinner. Good pass by Orioli. Orioli. Gosh. Let's see. Yeah, and they're stopping short on purpose. I think they're stopping short, but it opens up that seam. And if you're stopping short, you got to understand that regular cross and that 6 spot is going to be open, and you might get hit on the left like that and tooled, But sometimes it is a worthwhile sacrifice, depending on who you're playing. Love this choice. Attacking that smaller blocker. Chopping it deep with some power. Really nice choice. Let's see that one more time. And he doesn't have a huge approach. So he's just going up, clean arm swing, trusting the arm swing, getting good hand contact, attacking the smallest blocker. Right there. If he would have tried to go cross or anything, I think he's probably getting blocked. So that's a great choice. Let's see, we got 5-5, a little hybrid action here. It's a good pass, though. Just putting it high, letting the setter do something. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're really taking that cross. And Msilovic is... I don't know if he's going 6 there, or if he's trying to go line. If I see this consistently, where the line is very open and they're getting kills right here, honestly, I would probably keep it. I would probably keep it there because it looks like seeing that. It looks like that guy struggles to hit line. You know what I mean? Like it looks like, oh, he can't hit it super sharp line. I don't know. Nice swing. Nice job. Just a good approach. Stays super vertical. Trusts the arm swing. Rips to that corner. Disciplined swing. Really nice. Ooh, no. Let's see. 6-8. Floater. Good pass. Go middle. Yeah, and he's not at his peak at all there. I think some of the best middle blockers, or like the best middle blocker connection, is seen in Brazil or with Brazilian middles, because they're able to hit it at their full peak very consistently. Like you can force him to reach. This guy, however, you're hitting him really short, and like he's just not able to reach and take a real swing. Oof, let's see. Good press. Pressing that right hand really well. Nice. I don't know. I mean, as long as you're finishing both hands, you should be getting good blocks. But let's see. Good dunk. I like the decision here. Getting it high, throwing it quick. Ball still alive. No, it's not. Ball's down. Spinner from Tudorovic. See a ball. Let's see. Spinner, hands. Let's see. Semi and system. Yeah, I'm not sure what the middle blocker's move was here. I'm not sure what that move is, but I think he could have closed that and gotten a block there. Obviously, this guy was taking full line, which is fair, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Bang. Because again, he doesn't close that, and then it's available again. Because obviously this guy is going to be a smaller blocker. That's Zimmerman, I think. Yeah, Zimmerman, German fella. German fella, Hungarian fella. Hungarian fella? So obviously he's going to be a small blocker. So he's not going to be able to take up that seam. He's not going to be able to close that seam by being big, you know? So you got to close that for him, in a sense. Whew. Rough. Let's see, spinner. Semi system. Let's see what they do here. Really nice swing. Love that swing. Yeah. And again, even though he's taking a pretty good amount of line, he's just leaving a sliver for you. If you can take that sliver, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful, beautiful swing. Spinner, Rohrs, semi system. Libero taking it. Love it. And with this ball, I think I've said this before already, but with this ball, if you're setting it or if you're attacking it, talk to each other, figure out where you want it, and usually I would want it inside like this. This is a really good run. Because it's comfortable to go quick to that cross. Really nice. Floater chops it short to the middle. Good run. There we go. I think this is better. Obviously, he's not as high as I think the other middle would be. But him reaching like this allows him to take a real swing. And, there's no chance that that's getting... There's no chance it's getting dug, but that's also less chance that gets blocked, too. It's just a harder ball to block because he's swinging from higher, you know? Yeah. I think he's a slightly... No, I don't know. I've only seen him play in this game so far. Doesn't get the kill there. Let's see why. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just a little slow. He might be a little bit late there. Looks like he gave them a lot of time. And that tempo is a little slow. But then he makes up for it with a really nice move. Presses that right hand really well. Look at how early he presses it, too. Look at that. Look at that right there. Obviously, it's kind of hard to see. But you see how pressed that is. Bang. Holds it until he's done. That's a really nice block move. Let's see. Bang. And look at that, being able to hold that press the whole way like that, even though his hips started to open up, he still is pressing well and then rolls off. Really nice. Yeah, that's a nice block. Good for him. Keep it going, my friend. Let's see, semi and system out to the outside. Let's see. Going to Gardini. Looks like Gardini missed here. Hybrid, perfect pass. There we go. I mean, he jumps so high. He really does jump so high. But it just looks like he missed there. He might need more spacing from the net. I don't know. I mean, it looks like he's a little bit pinned. I don't know. Maybe he just went for too much of an angle. Not sure. Stuff happens, though. Oh, they're in trouble, honestly. Padova's getting a little bit out of sorts right now. But then Gardini's going to help him out. Let's see. Yeah. Quick arm swing starts it early. You can always stop your arm swing, but you can't retroactively start your arm swing. You can always slow it down and stop it and start and tip or whatever, but you can never you can't go back and start it earlier. You know what I mean? Let's see. Good pass. Back to the right side. I was talking to somebody, and he was saying, a pass from there, going back to the right side, works really well for solo blocks. I don't know why that would be. I mean, I guess this feels like an easy route, maybe, and so that blocker goes on it. But, yeah, it does. It looks like he was right. That pass from the one spot, being able to go back to the right side, whoa, hello. Comfortable, Yeah. And maybe on a ball like this, where he's solo, he has stopped short and gone cross multiple times now. Maybe getting there and scooping your hands and getting around like that Maybe that's what he's trying to do with that arm, as you see him try and scoop like that, but I think they just didn't like the carry. Spin to float, pretty good pass. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Again, like a quick swing like that is really nice. Like he's not jumping as high as he can. It's a quick ball, but just being able to be quick with your swing, hit their hands quickly, bang, gets you a kill. Let's see. 16-14. Let's see. Rohrs getting a kill. Nice. A little pass to swing action. And again, look at how patient he is as that ball gets moved over. Patient, takes a rip, bang, tool. Spinner from the Mr. Hungry guy. I'm hungry too. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know much about this middle here, number 13. But that's a full miss on his split step, you know? Like he lands on both, has to mess it up, is going late, doesn't close, and he pays for it. He pays for it. Like if you're not gonna hit clean split steps like that, then you're gonna pay for it in a lot of different blocks. I don't know. Not that maybe that's just a bad move. You know, that's fair. I can't take it against him as a whole player. One play doesn't define someone, but I mean, again, like that's another scenario where he's late, not able to close, gets hit on the left arm. That one gets a nice touch though, off his shoulder. Weird one. Nice swing. Yeah. And like swinging like this, just swinging hard, even though that they get a pretty decent amount of contact there with that touch, turns into a tool because that dude hit it so hard, you know. Spin to float, good serve. I like it. From Rohrs too, not a bad choice. Going to Gardini. Gardini's loving that sharp cross right now. And he does it quick too. Like in system, if you're gonna go sharp cross, you wanna do it quick like that so that they don't have time to get up there and block you. It's nice. Floater. Ooh. I don't know. I would be a fan of Rohrs taking this, in my opinion. Like it feels like he's pushing his momentum towards the middle of the court there, and so it would be easier. Like look at the angle that this libero kind of has to make. Okay, he's going here. His momentum's going deep and outside of the court. Okay, and so he's got to make that angle and bring it back. He's got to bring it back because that ball is traveling this way. Okay. Ball's traveling this way with a little bit of momentum towards the 5. And so he's got to make a good angle because he's going to get it deep and bring it back. You know, like he's trying to bring that ball back. But Rohrs, he can just let it bounce off his arm. You know, like I don't know. Like it's just the angling of his arm even. Just like, I don't know. Unless he got it there. Yeah, no, it would only work that way. Hungarian fella just taking a big rip again. He's got a heavy arm. Holy crap. Todorovic getting blown up a bit. Let's see. 19-18, Monza up 1-0 in sets. Musolovic. Ooh. That was a really nice serve. He cheated in a lot. Let's see that real quick. Watch him cheat in a lot. You know, maybe that's intentional. But then you see here on the split step, it's a small, very subtle thing, but you see how he just kind of hops this way, hops that way, and then when the serve's over there, it's just he's a little slower on that move. And then obviously the mess up, little collision, a little traffic accident there. Whoa, going for the coach. Big Hungary goes way out. Let's see, 22-18, Padova getting going now. Musolovic hitting a seam, hitting another seam. Wow, these are really nice serves. Hitting a seam again. Okay. Like look at that cut. Oh my gosh. I love how straight on he goes on that serve. Like straight on with so much cut. And then just getting another ace. That's 3 aces in a row. Because he wasn't able to make a fair enough angle there. That's a really nice serve. Let's see here. Spinner. Bang. Sorry, I'm just trying to think right now. Yeah. Huh. I want to get that on your left. Anyways, keep it going. Over the top, going to Gardini. It's working well. Padova tied it up 1-1. That ball sailed. Spinner chops it short. Libero. Listen, if you're gonna chop it somewhere, don't chop it to the middle. And you can even, like, before your serve, you can even, I guess, say, like, okay, if I have a bad toss, if I'm gonna keep the ball in, then don't go to the 6. Don't go to the 1. Okay, you can know who the better passers are, so that on your saving move you can still make a good decision. Let's see here. Overpass by Gardini, and I mean they're pushing. Ooh, oh wow, yeah, he's pushing up with his hands there. I don't mind it. I mean, he's tall, so it's not like he can go over him on this. Like, it's a lot harder to go over a tall guy. And if he's got strong hands like that, fair enough, dude. And then that transition ball, that ball where you're transitioning from inside the court, if you're getting it at your peak like this, it's a really good time to throw that ball quickly to the 6. Really nice. I don't know why, but I don't know. That situation just works, and I see it working all the time. I really don't know. I don't know what the reason to it is, but I'd say maybe the people just angle themselves or move a certain way because of that, like defensively. Out of system, big guy, chopping it out of bounds. So, all right, we got 4-3. Good pass over the top of that. Nice. Msolovic getting tooled. It's a good swing. And, like, again, like, same deal. If it looks like he has a lot of space down the line and he's not hitting it, like he's getting tools off that arm, if it's consistent, then you can probably assume that he doesn't want to go for that sharp line. Like, he would rather, like, the only space that he feels comfortable swinging to in that line is like like multiple feet, like 5 feet area, 5 foot lane, you know, instead of a 1 foot lane. Like, I'll give you an example of a guy who I think does really well at swinging really sharp down the line is Garrett Morgan-Tatia. If you give him a sliver of line, he's going to be able to take it, you know. He's just sharp. He's just controlled like that. Like, he's very skilled technically. Oh, somebody's got to take a swing at that. I mean, obviously, he could probably get that further, but that's a little bit of a miscommunication. Anyways, but me personally, I don't think I'm great at swinging down a super sharp line. You know, I don't think I am. I just haven't done it enough. Field goal, you got to just accept it. Yeah, people getting field goal is what it is. Gardini, good take. And same principle where he's going in and his momentum's going towards the middle of the court. So it's just easier for him. Just easier to take that ball. Good move. Look at how he presses that ball. Look at how he's pressing. Look at how well he's pressing there. Just over the net. Just reaching over the net. The silly middle. It's just a little bit late there, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's a quick tempo. I'll admit that's a quick tempo. But look at how he's not pressing that hand. Whatever hand isn't pressing, that's the one that's going to get beat, you know? Like, he's pressing that right hand really well right there, okay? You see he's pressing his right hand really well, but then that left hand's just not doing anything. It's just sitting there doing nothing, and then he presses late. Come on. And of course, if you don't press your left hand's going to be the one that gets hit just by luck, you know? Let's see. Big serve off the net. Let's see this guy. Yes, thank you. See, again, I still feel like he's getting this ball on top of his head. Maybe not. I don't know. So interesting, though. Like, I feel like he's always leaning that way. I don't know. Surprised he didn't get the kill there. Ooh, out of bounds. I'm not sure. Inbounds, it looks like. Spinner. Good pass. For what it is, it's a good pass. 7-man system again. Like, look at that sharpness of it. Look at that sharpness. He's not giving him much. Swings super sharp right on that line. Just gets a touch. Now we're out of system. Rohrs. OT off the hands, it looks like. If you got to go hands, go to that third blocker. Go to that third blocker or that setter. If it's the right side, maybe not. Unless, I don't know. It depends on who you got. It's not a never type of thing, though. Like, you can always go off of anybody's hands. You can go off of middle's hands. You can go off of right side's hands, outside's hands, center's hands. Who cares? As long as you're swinging hard enough and deep enough, you're going to get it. You're going to get the hands. Bang. This is a pretty decent example showing, like, no matter what you do, I mean, if you're going to go full speed swing, go, like, hard. Like, swing hard, okay? Because then if it gets hit, it's a gone. It's a goner. It's a tool. And, yeah, sometimes you're going to get hooded from that. You know, that'll happen. No matter what, you're going to be making quick decisions anyways, so who cares? I mean, the quick decision is going to be right or wrong. It is what it is. Nice ball. Really nice set, and then really nice swing. Bang, straight down the line. Really nice. And I mean, you can see how that ball's just on his right arm perfectly. Bang, right in front of him. Taking it. So much ability to go line there. Let's see, tooled. Let's see, spinner in the third set. Ooh, Ace Ruski. Orioli getting choppy, getting a little creative. Let's see. And I mean, he can still go to that line. Because of his approach, he's able to go down that line, but then he just turns it early because that middle's late. Floater, a little hybrid. Oof, I don't mind the idea of that going for the other seam. I like it. I mean, you already saw Gardini pass your serve with his hands, so you might as well try to switch it up. If this ball was just a little bit lower, it would have scored. Like, pancaked. If that ball was just a little bit lower, it would have scored. Gardini taking a little slide approach, taking a good rip still, being aggressive. Like, you never want to give a team a free ball. Okay, so like just doing the most high pressure thing you can do, like just putting them in as much pressure as possible. Sometimes it's gonna score. It doesn't always have to be a highlight or anything like that. It's just gotta be clean and as aggressive as the situation allows. 15-13, chops it short. Gardini, yep, Gardini's gonna get it. And I don't know. I mean, that reverse flow option where that ball gets pushed back. I would say that since the defenders have more time to kind of set themselves up because that ball has more time to travel, I would say that's a situation not to dunk it like that. You know, that's a situation. Like a quick situation is when you dunk it like that. I mean, out of system works sometimes too. I mean, the speed at which it, like, you can keep it deceptive is based on like your draw and your arm swing and then like how deceptive it is, I guess. Like making it aggressive and able to score is usually going to be based off of how deceptive you're going to make it look, you know? Because if you're just holding your hand up, people are going to be ready for that dunk, okay? But if it's quick, if people don't see it until it's too late, then bang, you know? Nice swing. Floater. Little float. I like that a lot. I like him being able to throw it to the 5 too. Good move by Gardini though. Gets his forehead behind it, just easy with his hands. Ooh, blocked. Let's see, big guy, blocking early. Look at how he kind of scoops that right hand around, taking that ball, bang. Really nice. Floater, good pass by Orioli. Ooh, did he get him? I still think that's a great move. I think it's a phenomenal move. It barely missed. Missed by a foot out of bounds. Can't be mad at that. Everything else was set up perfectly. You're getting yourself hit. You're touching that ball. So it's a nice swing. That's a really nice swing too. Over top of that small blocker, deep to that corner. I thought it was in. Wow. Okay. Big spin. We're out of system again. Good discipline by this libero not to cheat or run anywhere. Just to stay, wait, make a good reaction, lift it high. And Solovich. Big guy. Over the top. Ooh, good run. Yeah, and you see this middle kind of get some happy feet here. Lots of steps, lots of steps, lots of steps. And then he's finally up. He was just a little bit late. Oh, wow. What the? Orioli jump with the middle, it looks like. Then just not available. Just not a big block in front of them. Not a big block in front of them. Because I think the setter did a good job of deceiving them. Oh, what a swing. That's a beautiful swing. To that corner. Oh, my goodness, all day. Yeah, that's in, right? That's in, yeah. Okay. 19-18, Padova. I think, who wins this game? Monza? Out of bounds, 2018. I don't remember who wins this game. If it's Monza, they got to figure this out in this set. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it just looks like he brings his ball down a little bit, and then they get a nice soft touch off of it. I think you set the middle there, no? I mean, it's a quick transition, but let the middles cook. Trust him. Off the hands. Yeah. 21-18. Padova is starting to take care of this set here. Out of bounds on that serve. Spinner. Hey, what's his face? Saw him play the other day. Or saw him play a few games ago. Interesting choice, but good scoop. Yeah, look at that reaction by Gardini. I'm just going to go frame by frame with this. Steps into it, scoops, just elbows, finishing at like 90 degrees almost. Maybe scooped it a little bit too much. It hit the right hand a little bit too much. Whatever. That's still okay. It's still a pretty good move. And he's just a little bit far from the setter, it looks like. And he's reaching forward there because that ball's a little, or sorry, reaching to his right there. Still gets a skill. Still gets his kill though. Nice. Let's see, spinner. Good pass. Back, chipped up. 21-23. I mean, whoever wins this set wins the game. That's for sure. You know that. Okay. I mean, tries to get him in the gap there. Good front by what's his face. Now he's blocking really well in this game. Number 4, he's blocking really well this game. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. Quick reaction into the angle. Love it. And I mean, I always say like a quick reaction into the angle with the middle on the bick is a great thing to do. But you can just kind of tell where they're going to be taking that swing. You know, if that ball is on the right side of the hitter, take this angle. If the ball's on the left side of the hitter, or it looks like it's going to get to the peak or whatever, take the other side. Okay? You know, so it's a really nice reaction. He just gets low and the ball grabs it. Now it's 23-23, and I think Monza wins this game, but I could be wrong. This game might go back and forth for a while, though, this third set. I don't know. Let's see, out of system. Monza. Off the hands. Excuse me. Out of system, Gardini chops it short. And again, like, he's very deceptive here. He takes a full approach, opens up his arm swing, chops it quick. Bang. Quick, still with pace. It doesn't, like, go up, and it's not loopy and soft. It's just taps it quick, you know? All right, 25-25, floater, Gardini. Ooh, I thought the middle was going to take that, actually. That ball looks like the middle was going to take it. Oh, Monza, that middle did something weird. Let's see that real quick. Yeah, this move is really weird. I don't know what happened there. I think he just kind of got a little unsmooth, but that's why everyone's got to play defense. That's why everyone's got to be able to do everything, you know. Huge joust there. Huge joust. Look at how he gets his feet there. Grabs the ball completely. Look at how he's literally, like, you see how his hands are starting to get kind of around the side of the ball there. Gets his hands on it, presses really well. And when he presses, he's going a little bit to the side there. And it goes like that on him. You know what I mean? Like, it's pushing. Like, your shoulders don't have as much strength to keep your hands in like this as they do to press forward. You know what I mean? So, gets that joust, wins it, swipes it off of him. Yeah, That's a kill. That's a kill for Monza for sure. For sure. Floater. Gardini. Gardini's got to lift this ball a little bit though. Use his hands to lift that ball a little bit better. Back to the right side. Off the hands. Really nice. Bang. Alright, let's see. Spinner. Okay. 27 to 26. Miss serve. Miss serves. Holy crap. I hate miss serves. Miss serves suck. They're not fun to watch. You know, I don't mind this take. I mean, as long as he's downing it, that's cool. It definitely takes him out, but still, it's a good take. Down that line again. Down that line. Chopping it down that line. Not chopping it, I guess swinging down that line, but still. Wow, just out. Spinner, that's a chop. Outside to Msulovic. Good cover. Look at this. Come on. Locked in and ready to go. Just sprinting. Being able to be in a calm, neutral position here and then just realize, okay, got to get this ball. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Keeps that ball up. Now they have an opportunity to do something. Oh, and Msulovic gets blocked. Bang. He went for it. You know, maybe it's not the decision. Definitely not a decision to make there. But still, good choice by them to make sure they're up and get a good block. And Msulovic tries to be aggressive, which is fair, but obviously he paid the price for it there. Let's see. Inbounds touch. What would they call here? Yeah, it looks like a touch. Spinner. Really nice. Good pass. So the kid that they had sub in for Rohrs, he did pretty well. Honestly. And I assume that they did that because maybe Rohrs was struggling passing or something. I'm not sure. But, yeah, now Monza's up 2-1 with the advantage. Ready to close this game out. Yeah, like this right here is a good example of like that angle that you would have to make if you were here. Like, that's why you take that ball. That's why, whatever, like, you just want those wings pushing that ball towards the middle of the court. Another block. Hybrid. Now he's going from there. Is it the setter? So is that the same guy that was doing the hybrid earlier? I think it is. Ooh. I don't mind this. I don't mind that at all. Let's, way out of system here. Going to Orioli. Goes for the recycle. They pull their hands. Let's see. Let's see. So now we're going to the pipe, maybe? I don't know what the choice was. I think the choice was to try and go to him on the pipe. Rohrs on the pipe there, but yeah, I don't know if I like that choice that much, really. Wow, they keep this playing. Gardini, good swing. Fair enough. They keep that ball alive. I mean, that kind of rolled off his chest, but stuff happens. Hey, what's going on here? What happened here? Oh, wow. He just sneaks this underneath the middle blocker there. Just right in that cavity there. That's really, wow, that's crazy. Hybrid floats this one. So they subbed Gardini out. Not sure who this cat is, but hello. That's a good move. It's a good press. Big move. Stops himself short again. So that's the game plan, is they're opening up that seam. They're baiting him into swinging into that seam, which is fair. You know, he goes cross very consistently. Bang. Gets blocked there. That's a really nice block. And so, I mean, this entire game, they've stopped short on him and been okay with it. And then now he's making some errors, you know. Like, they're forcing him down the line. He doesn't like it. They're getting touches on the block when he goes cross like this, or they're getting full blocks like this. Bang. Huge move. Yeah. Wow. That's a really nice swing. And, you know, it's nice because he does have a really good cross swing because he contacts it super high. He is able to go super sharp. He's a lefty, so that's his hand here, you know, like it's a nice swing. So taking away that sharp cross is really impressive. It's a good idea. It's a very good idea. Now they're out of system, though. Off the hands. Oh, still up. Let's see this posture. I like that posture. Out of system like this, like look at how he's still on his toes, ready to move. He's not sitting down. He's just ready to move on that one because it's out of system. You know, it's not like he's out of system from there. He's expecting more of a chop or touch off the block or something like that. That's nice. And then gets a nice recycle. Oh my gosh, and that scores. What, do they expect it to be over or what? I think that's fine. I think that's clean. Monza's taking care of business now, though. Really good joust by the setter. I really like this joust by the setter because he's fully at his max range. And then you see right there how he kind of finishes. He's like just holding it with his fingers at that point, keeping it on his side. And it turned out pretty good. No, pretty bad. They still scored. I don't know. On these jousts where you guys both have a hold of it, this is a time when you feel this and swipe. Like, you need to be able to swipe, because if you joust like this and just let it be on their side, there's a risk that he's going to be able to cover it. You know, sometimes you'll be able to just push through and it's messy and he won't get it, but there's a slight risk that he's going to be able to keep it alive. And although that puts them out of system immediately, if that setter is able to get it and this guy's able to take a swing, you know, like, they score. You know, so it's just, if you can throw it off him real quick, just have that and then throw it off quick. That's nice. No, that'll be nice. Oh, spinner. Rohrs, perfect pass, back to the right side. Ooh, hello. It's a good touch. Good touch by Orioli. Reaching towards that ball, gets him a nice touch. Let's see. Good throw. Yeah, they called it a carry. I think it was a good choice, but he might have just gotten a hold of it a little bit too much there. And Sulovic getting a nice tool. Yeah, he's got to be so disciplined. He's got to be so disciplined to make sure he swings high, because that's a huge blocker up there. Gosh, dang, man. They're blowing him up. That was close. That actually looks like an ace in my opinion. Floater, good take by Rohrs. Dang, Monza is cruising now. They are feeling good. Ace after ace, block, kill. A little float serve action. Is that Rohrs doing that? Yeah, it's Rohrs trying to fake him out. Nice. I really like this. I wonder who this guy is. Nice tip. Really nice tip. Like, just being aware and then just being athletic and saying, okay, I don't care if this is conventional or not. I'm still going to be able to do something aggressive with my offhand. You know, like, that's a nice tip. Ooh. If he had this might have been nice. But he just threw it out of bounds. I don't know. They're cooking. They're feeling hot. They're trying some stuff. Nice swing, though. Again, really nice swing. And, like, I don't know. I honestly like the amount of angle that he is angling right now. Like, I like it where his shoulders and hips are angling, because that amount of thumb down right there, the amount of angle that he's creating with his shoulder is a very comfortable one, and it's not super extreme, and it's just like him going like that gives him a little power and puts him right down the line. Like, that's a nice, I don't know, I like what he's doing there. So it doesn't have to be like super extreme, you're facing it, but it's got to be enough to where that swing down the line is going to be comfortable, you know? Let's see. Ooh, in the seam again. Which, you know, I think it's pretty clear that they were trying to do that. You know, like, they're trying to leave him that seam. But yeah, you don't want to make a half move. Don't hesitate. Go for that dig. Even if you're not in the right spot, just go for the dig fully. Nice run. Nice run, goes clean into the middle of the block there. Through the space in the block, I guess, is actually a better wording. Bang, big swings. They're taking big swings. This setter is obviously super undersized, and so he's not going to be able to take up too much space. But still, spinner, Orioli, good pass. Ooh, is that over the top or is that the middle? Can't tell. I cannot tell. They both should be up though. Good dig. Let's see that real quick. Just keeps it alive. And then what's his face? Orioli takes a nice swing there, going to the deep corner. All right, we got 10-17 in this fourth set here. Wow, that is physical. That is physical. Gets his feet there. Look at how he jumps. He takes a big step there, starts running, and just like gets his feet there, gets his hands on it early, gets it down here. Look at how his arms are bent. It's kind of hard to tell, but is able to just push through, get a kill. And then he might get carded there. Is he going to get carded or no? No, he's not going to get carded. Floater. Ooh, I don't mind the idea. If he can hit that serve, that'd be a really nice serve. Let's see. Like, this right here is a great scenario to run this here. Like, even just looking at the amount of space that this middle creates by stepping over like that. Like, that's a lot of space right there. Your space is here and here, you know? So this is the guy you want to pick on. And then if he doesn't come over like that, then you go here, you know? Like, I don't know, man. I'm not a setter, but I do like watching volleyball, that's for sure. Ooh, Rohrs gets blocked. They're getting hyped a little bit. They're getting hyped. I don't think they like, they definitely don't like getting beat up like this, that's for sure. So they're kind of getting a little fiery with some of it. Let's see. Who is that? Good run, though. Nice chop. Got to chop it sharp like that. Spinner, big serve. And it looks like that's still M. Silovic, right? 22. It's a nice swing to that deep corner. I want to see where the block was, actually. Yeah, if he's able to go to that deep corner through the block, that's when you need to close it, though. Like, if it gets moved in far enough to where the seam of the block is, like, pointing to the corner, you gotta close it, you know? Like, you're almost, as that middle, if you're if you're saying, okay, we're gonna stop short and take that cross, you're almost going to a spot, because, like, if that ball gets moved forward or moved inside like that, it just opens up, you know? It's just a different ball. Out of system, let's see. Ooh, nice. Sheesh, man. Yeah, when you're cooking like this, there's nothing that stops you. Not the net, not the weird plays, nothing. 13-20 off the net. Let's see. Nice swing. Good dig, though. Good scoop. Look at that. Gets himself low. Palms up. Scoops with his hands. Really nice. That ball's alive. Oh, wow. What the heck? Joust. Blocked. Behind the back. Scoop. Ball's still alive. Oh, and then he almost gets the block. But he just bites on this split step instead of being disciplined on it. He bites there. And it just isn't as explosive out to there. It doesn't close because of it. Good choice by that guy, by that outside there to kind of throw it through the block there. If it's open, it's good. It's a good dunk. It's a good way to just throw it into space really quickly. You know, like people aren't going to be defending there, so it's nice. Nice. It was a really good pass by the libero, honestly. All right, we got 15-22 right now, though. Floater. Good pass. Bad pass, not a great pass. Let's see this real quick. Ball's gone. Orioli is honestly playing pretty well. Passing well, making good moves, taking good swings. He's got a nice arm swing. 17-22. Game's getting a little bit closer here. Libero, out of system. Big guy. OT or in the seam. In the seam, it looks like. Yeah, and like you want to just press. You want to press so that you don't have this gap, because this is an undisciplined swing. This is just him going for it just to see what happens, and he gets away with it because they didn't press and close that seam well enough there. And it's just barely, like it was literally right through, like probably a perfect amount of space through that block. Like that's all it is. Spin to float, Rohrs, middle blocker. Good run. Good swing. He's reaching there. I don't mind. I like that a lot. He's able to swing hard. And he's going to, like, when you're reaching like that, you're going to be able to create the most momentum off of that, too. Oh, Orioli. Smart kid. Smart kid. Nice. Good for him. Spinner, Orioli. Nice. Gets an ace. Orioli wants it. I assume he's like a 20-year-old Italian, but I don't know. 24 to 20. Looks like this game's going to get finished up soon. There's only 5 more touches. Touch. Touch. Into the net. Oh my gosh. That's it? That's the one. That's the game. All right. Wow, that's crazy. And then M. Sulovic, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I would just rather miss deep there, that's all. Sad. Good game by Monza. Thanks for watching, guys.